It's Monday, the 17th of May. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. I hope you had a good weekend. Before we get to the news headlines, let's say we take a look at which celebrities are celebrating a birthday on this day of days. It's many happy returns to guitarist, singer and songwriter Josh Homme of the Queens of the Stone Age, to Trent Reznor of the Nine Inch Nails, to comedian and former chat show host Craig Ferguson, and perhaps most importantly of all, many happy returns to boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard. Ray never misses the show, so happy birthday, Ray, and everyone else that is celebrating today. Oh, and our Baseball Cap World Tour around the world in a dozen hats today calls into Turkey with this fine specimen given to me by the good people at MTB Breakers, which I hope you can see there. They actually gave it to me in Las Vegas, but it's still Turkish, right? We'll be right back after this.
If you enjoyed this show, please consider supporting us. Go to buymeacoffee.com/demolition news.
One bridge, one truck, one piece of concrete, one mishap, multiple explanations. So on Friday night, a bridge was being demolished in Leeds city centre when something went awry. Initial reports suggested that a massive section had dropped from a crane, crushing a truck below. Certainly that was a suggestion from the Daily Mail, a newspaper admittedly with only a passing interest in the facts. That suggestion was then echoed by the Daily Mirror, which cited an eyewitness who said that a 120-ton section of the A64 bridge replacement had just collapsed on a truck from a crane. Quite how they knew the precise weight of the concrete span is anyone's guess. However, there has been since been some online speculation that the concrete section was already on the truck and that it somehow slipped off. I guess the true cause will emerge in the fullness of time. We do know that the main contractor on the job was Balfour Beatty, but we're yet to confirm the name of the demolition contractor involved. If anyone knows and would like to share that information, please get in touch. Whatever the cause, and whoever the company, engineers will now have to remove a massive chunk of concrete from the highway and will likely face penalty charges while they do so, which is always a cheery way to start the week. Now, speaking of removing fallen bridges from the highway. You might remember this time last week we actually brought you exclusive footage of a test blast that fell part of a flyover on the I-35 in Austin, Texas. At the time we said that the remainder of the flyover was scheduled to be filled this weekend. Well, as that film just proved, Dicon Explosive Demolition was good to its word. Not sure if you heard it, but the final instruction given just before the bridge fell was to light it up, Archer. Archer is actually a 6-year-old leukemia survivor who was given the chance to hit the plunger that ultimately brought down the bridge. So well done, Archer, and perhaps even more so, well done to Dicon. There are some buildings that should be above demolition. The former West Ham Stadium, for example, and yes, Rye Demolition, I'm looking at you. And pubs. While I'm a reformed and completely non-drinker these days, as you can tell, my body is a temple. I have no personal association with or need for pubs, but they are an important part of any local community. Probably like a church, but with fewer rules and hopefully with a bit more atmosphere. However, even pubs do eventually reach their sell-by date, and when they do, they need to be removed. Pubs like the one in Stanground in Peterborough, for example. Client Alpha Kindergarten has plans to bring a new nursery to the children of Stanground, but first, a demolition contractor, a Puritan one perhaps, is required to remove the pub that currently sits on the site. You can find out more about this project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk. Well, that just about wraps up the show for today, but I guess I probably need to address the elephant in the room, which is the easing of lockdown restrictions here in the UK. That lockdown largely ends today. So where does that leave this show? Well, to put it very simply, it leaves it precisely where it is today and where it was on Friday and where it's been for the last 59 shows, 58 shows. I can't actually remember. Most of our viewers were awarded key worker status during the first lockdown. They, or should I say you, have worked throughout the pandemic, and yet you still found the time to tune in and to take part and to contribute. That's precisely why this show airs at 10 o'clock in the morning to coincide with the traditional mid-morning break on most UK construction and demolition sites. Also, while I still consider myself first and foremost a writer, and while I still get a kick from seeing my name in print, the feedback and the interaction that I get from a live show like this is irreplaceable. So we're going nowhere. Yes, I would like to think we can start bringing you more of our own footage as we actually get out on sites ourselves. And yes, that might mean that we might have to pre-record 1 or 2 shows as we go along, because I won't actually be here to present them. But this show continues to attract new viewers with each new episode. We've got several new sponsors about to come on board to help support the show and to help take it to the next level. So long as you're here, we'll be here. So enjoy Lockdown Easing Day. Let's hope this one lasts. And we'll see you the same time, same place on the morrow. In the meantime, stay safe. Have a great day, everyone. If you are going to the pub or if you are going to the restaurant, have a great time. Look after yourselves. Take care of yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. And thanks for watching. All the best.